Hi, if you are just discovering this podcast, welcome and thank you. I hope you hear something in this episode that will persuade you to stay. And if you are a return listener, customer, how fun now? Welcome. 2 days. See as you fine, see as you fresh. Welcome. Anyway, I hope I can convince and not confuse you to listen to other episodes, to talk about it on your social media, to favorite this podcast, to leave me a voice message, to send me money, offer me jobs, allow me to stay your babe, just wish me well. Like, I hope something in one of these episodes just inspires you to do any of those things. That will be enough for me. So my name is Joy, or Amina, depending on which one you want to call me, and on how well we get to know each other too. And I'm here to soothe you like a stream, carry you like a wave, or excite you like a waterfall. All depending on my mood or what I think would suit you, if you know what I mean. Anyway, enough of that. Welcome to The Lost Tapes. So, first off, let me apologize for abandoning this podcast for this long. To my 4 listeners that noticed and asked me how far, Tirigbosa for you guys, please. I'm okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of that stuff. Yeah, I appreciate you. All right, I appreciate you. And to my millions of fans that are coming on the way, welcome. Now, as you must have noticed, I have changed my name on social media from Ms. Meadow, which it has been for many years, to underscore the Amina. And now also, I've changed this podcast from the podcast name from Words Are Not Enough to The Lost Tapes. Why? Well, because I am a restless spirit in a mere human body. Because the only thing constant in life is change, and because sometimes you have to figure out what your roots are and just go back to them. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just feel different, and I think you should kind of be flexible to that. So I haven't really felt like Miss Meadow, or this place hasn't felt like Words Are Not Enough for me for a while. So I decided, well, let the name thing not stop me, stand in the way of me, sitting down to actually record episodes every now and again. So I decided I might as well just change the name. So I did. But the new name has like a small, tiny bit of history for me, which I'm going to tell you because, I'm nice. I'm a wonderful, lovely lady. So I'll share. I lost my dad when I was about 6. But before then, there was this day when he taught me how to record my voice on his radio cassette player. And my mind was completely blown. Like, for me at that age, it was the heights of technology and magic. I mean, he took something so ordinary, his radio, which we used every day or every other day, and then he showed me like this secret power that I didn't know that it had. I couldn't get over it. Anyway, so we made a couple of recordings, just saying things, random things I will probably never remember, and just fooling around generally. And the mistake that we made was that we didn't label the tapes that we used, so everything just like mixed in with everything else. So after he died, I would spend a lot of time searching through his tapes and playing them one after the other. But I never found out, which of those tapes we recorded our voices on. But it is true, though, it did happen because I think I wrote something about it some years ago and my sister read it and she was like, oh, yeah, she remembers me doing that. Like, she remembers when we recorded our voices, and then she remembers later when I was always playing around with cassette tapes, So, yes, that did happen. I didn't make it up. But anyway, the long and short of the whole thing is um, The Lost Tapes. It seems more apt of a title for me right now, so I'm going with it. And I just like the added safety, of having a podcast where I just come to record things, that I say, things that I think, things that I say with my friends, and, is here like permanently. Because I mean, once you put something out on the internet, it will never quite get lost. So that's nice. Yeah. So um if you listen to my previous episodes with the previous name, I hope you stick around and follow me on this phase of this journey. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. So, as well as changing the podcast name, I want to change the style and the feel of this space a little bit. I want it to accommodate more of my interests. So, I want to have episodes where I'm doing interviews of people that I know and people that I don't know. I want to have poetry and prose readings. I want to have opinion gathering episodes where I just ask a question and just collect voice notes of you, anybody listening, and just throw them all in there. Or, just an episode where I'm just really airing my thoughts on whatever topic I find interesting at that time. And I hope you'll find something that you like about it. Anyway, to further justify my change of name, I wrote a poem off the top of my head. I did not go back to edit this, so be kind. If you can't be kind, then, shut up. Thank you. Yeah, so I wrote a poem that talks about rebirth and growth and change. And I'm going to read that for you. Here goes. Rebirth by Joy Mamudu. On a wretched morning in the quiet hours of dawn, a bloated caterpillar finds that he can no longer scurry about fattening himself. Instead, he finds himself moved to stillness and introspection, and mini epiphanies bursting out of his being, like shooting stars speeding towards nothing. After a time that feels like forever and a day, he begins to make sense of it all. On a glorious morning in the quiet hours of dawn, a butterfly emerges for the first time. Yeah, so there you have it. It's fresh, custom written, right? Especially for you, okay? Like a once in a lifetime offer. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to do this little episode that explains why I'm changing my name and my look and my feel and everything. And just tell you, do not be alarmed. It is I. And hang tight. It might be a crazy ride at some point. So just hang tight. Hang tight. That's all I can say. Hang tight. Love me. Love yourself. Yeah. So until next time when I come around with like an actual episode, hopefully I'll be interviewing someone. I'll be able to trap one of my friends into doing this. Yes, fingers crossed. I'll do this. Until then, as I always say, be kind to yourself and be kind to everyone that you meet. Take care. Mwah. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm always so nervous recording these things. Oh, okay.